Hi, grade sevens. Today we're going to be very briefly talking about rhyme scheme because we have reviewed this before. And basically all rhyme scheme is the pattern in which poems rhyme. And when we reviewed poetic terms and devices, we talked about how when people are identifying the rhyme scheme of a poem, they usually label the ends of the lines with letters. So let's see if you can identify the rhyme scheme of the first very short poem I'm going to show you. So the poem says, "When I'm mad, I raise my voice, but others become sad with my choice." So what do you think the rhyme scheme of this poem might be? If you said ABAB, you are right. That is because mad and sad rhyme, so they would both receive the letter A for their line, and voice and choice rhyme, so they would both receive a letter B. That's a pretty easy one, although it can get more complicated as the poem gets larger and has more parts. Here's another one, a few more lines this time. It says, "I like to eat chicken, it's so finger lickin', with a side of mashed potatoes whipped up like a gravy tornado. And those fresh baked beans, make 'em spicy by all means. I'll take apple pie for dessert. Ah, snap, food all over my polo shirt." So what might the rhyme scheme of this poem be? So if you said B, B, C, and D, D, you are right. That is because, as we can tell, the poem is actually made up of four sets of rhyming couplets. So chicken and lickin' rhyme, so they both would receive a letter A. Potatoes, tornado, that's more of a slant rhyme. I think they're kind of pushing that, but those would both receive a B because they are very close. They're a slant rhyme. Uh, Beans and means, that's an exact rhyme, so they would both receive a C. And again, they don't rhyme with any of the words we've previously seen at the ends of those other sentences, so they get a new letter identifier of their own. And the last two is dessert and shirt. And again, we haven't seen those before. They do rhyme with each other, so they would receive it. They would all both receive D's. So I know you guys are pretty familiar with this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about a rhyme scheme. I think we all know. But I am going to explain the assignment you're going to do in the classroom using rhyme scheme and some of the other terms we've been talking about over the last week or so. So, like, for example, end rhyme, single rhyme, double rhyme, and also on Tuesday you would have done an assignment about alliteration and assonance. So that will also be included in the assignment for today. It's kind of like a review of all the terms we've done so far. So you can go through the PowerPoint and watch You Be Illin by Run DMC. And we'll be looking at the lyrics of that song today, and you'll be labeling the rhyme scheme and also trying to find some of those other poetic devices we discussed. So things I might ask you to look for here are alliteration, assonance, single rhyme, double rhyme, triple rhyme, end rhyme, and internal rhyme. I did take some of those out of the final assignment because I thought that was a little bit too much. So I'll just show you that assignment now. So here is the document you will all receive, and all I'm asking you to do is to identify four different poetic devices that we would have discussed, and also please label the end of the lines and label them based on the rhyme scheme of the poem or of the lyrics of the song. So if you see any alliteration, that would mean that consonants repeat. So the beginning letter of each word in that sentence has the same letter. You would highlight that set of words in red. If you see assonance, where the vowel sound repeats within a set of words, you'll highlight that in green. Single rhyme, for example, we talked about that. That's basic rhyme, car, bar, that sort of thing. You can highlight those words in blue. Double rhyme, look at the last two words at the ends of each of the lines and see if their two last words rhyme with each other. And if you're not sure what single and double rhyme mean and you don't really remember those terms, go back to the lesson from last week and look through the PowerPoint because it explains it really well there. So when I ask you to label the rhyme scheme, for example, so when I read the first two sentences, I notice that it says, when I was chilling in Kentucky Fried Chicken, just minding my business, eating food and finger licking. So I know they can rhyme. So what I do, I'm going to give them a letter name. I'll even change the color of that font so I can tell the difference. So I've given them both a letter A because they rhyme with each other. If I see any other words throughout the song, words at the end of those sentences that rhyme with the word chicken, I'll label those A as well. So that's what you would do. Just go through the sentences and label the lines so that we can see the rhyme scheme of the song. So that's your assignment for today. Highlight those poetic devices that are listed at the top and highlight them in those colors, and also label the rhyme scheme of the song You Be Violin. Okay, so if you have any questions, message me in the classroom, post a comment on the assignment, send me a Gmail, and good luck, and we'll be chatting soon. Bye.